Hello everyone, Agion here with another Company or 2 replay. Spawned on the south side as the Soviet and USF. We have Lyconious, continuous, why do I even try to pronounce it? It looks fine, but when you actually try to look at it and pronounce it, Lyconious, yeah, you just screw up. And on his ally, Tomakaze. Why do I even try? As their opponents, as the OKW and OKW, we have Theodosios. Pretty sure I got that one. And Thanatos. I'm pretty sure about that one as well.
We got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
Looks like eyeing for this booting over here. And eyeing for the fuel over here. Not big surprise. Going for both sides for the fuel points. We do got some combat engineers potentially versus pioneers. Engineers just need to stay back, but pioneers need to rush forward. We got an MG42, not big surprise, and over here we do have tier 1 into Pino play. Not big surprise, going for 2 combat engineers. I need to get some early map pressure first, and usually 2 combat engineers is not a half bad thing to get anyways. For repairs, for flamer and minesweeper, and laying down mines, wire, so on and so forth. My engineers will be fighting against some Volksgrenadiers, but they will get way outclassed. Finding angle, so could be a 1v1 duel, I guess. Do have some wires as well as sandbags to cover the wire in the center, just trying to make sure his opponents can't make use of it as well. We do got Pino squad out, but getting forced away by the Sturm Pioneers. We do in fact have a scout car out, as well as, oh, this music's a little bit too loud. Just that slightly, and that should be good. If necessary, I can always edit the music, since I am recording my voice and the game sounds separately. We got the combat engineers getting a nice flank. But now we do got the scout car forcing those guys out of cover. The Pinos, they're pretty low in health, that's why it's best for them to jump in that car. And there is only 4 slots available, so all 4 Pinos can fire. Do have a worry about, oh, actually never mind. I always forget, sometimes I always forget that Volksgrenadiers need a HQ built before they get tons of house. It was the fact that their grenades, wasn't it? It's different than from the last patch. He's going to be laying down some wire iron to prevent them escaping out from that direction. He's going ahead and try rushing him down. Do got some reinforcing Volksgrenadiers, but he's going to be all alone. Which is not exactly good. Combat engineers that have a very good position to have all 4 windows firing upon no covered grenadiers. Pinos are quite low, and do got some riflemen now pushing very far forward, just outside of the base of the austere player. We do have a mortar here, as well as a fighting position here. This fighting position is in a pretty good position, fighting position in a good position. Because now these rear echelon, I believe they can launch grenades even all the way to this house, and I believe they can shoot over line of sight blockers, if I remember correctly. We do have airborne being selected, so we will potentially see pathfinders. He did go for 2 rear echelon. I like that play. Equip them both with bazookas. You have a very good mobile AT force, as well as able to sweep for mines. He still has he has 2 riflemen, not going to heavy committing, because you always can bring in the free lieutenant / captain, or even both, and augment that force, or you can just save the manpower and wait for paratroopers. Bring in some powerful LMGs. We got mass fallback, massive push of 3 squads of Volks, 1 squad of Sturm Pioneers, and do got a cutoff here by the Pioneers, but the cutoff will not be true because this point will provide supply. We got the flamer car now moving forward, eyeing to burn out these guys upon retreat. Get a number of quite good kills. And now we do got some supporting riflemen here. That squad of pioneers may be good as dead, receiving quite a bit of losses and being blocked a little bit by the vehicle. In other words, that squad was doomed to die. Yep, the rear echelon rifle grenade does in fact reach very, very good position. He's even upgraded with a 50 cal, now allowing him to ward away any advancement down that road. But of course, like any static position, it is vulnerable to mortars, artillery, big tanks, anti-tank guns. Here, sniper, we do got a Soviet scout sniper out. The rifleman squad has claimed this building for their own, but he is a little bit overextended, but he does have a support of a flamer car here, as well as some rifle grenades going across the woods. Pheno's coming in the full for. I would say overall the OKW pioneers are fall back, heads in a very bad position. The scout car did sweep for mine. Now, just only leaving the Penals, 2 squads of Penals are here, so that is still a very good force here, but this wire will prevent any entrance and exit into the building from that direction. Scout Sniper is also pitching in some very lethal shots.
Installed a field hospital at headquarters.
Overall, the tickets are in favor of the Allies, but only by a slight amount at this point in the game. The Axis players still have their field. What do we have for tech? We do only have Battle Phase 1. We do have the Battle Group HQ. We still only have Tier 1. And we do have weapon racks being built. No lieutenant, no captain just yet. Neither side, not really anybody is teched up just yet. You have huge fuel float by the Soviet player. And where's all the fuel of his ally? And we do also have guards being called in. Mostly he has locked in doctrine guard rifle combined arms tactics, which will result in KV-1s as well as ML-20 and PPSH conscripts. But there are no conscripts in the field, so that's irrelevant.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
You have these rear echelons sweeping from mines as well as capturing. You got these grenadiers securing up the field, but they will be in a cut-off territory. We got some bars come out, and we do also have. Oh, this is where his field went. There's a steward. I clicked on this. Oh, I saw the only maximum 1 available. How did I miss that? You have a captain out as well as some pathfinders. Pathfinders are brand new. And now we do have a Guards M3 scout car. I've never really seen this at all, but it works. Just provide him some extra protection, allowing him to advance forward while maintaining fire of his DP-28s. Grenadiers are pitching him some nice damage at long range. And it looks like only these front 2 members are able to fire. He needs to bring it a little bit far closer to allow his DP to start firing, because only his PTRS are firing at the moment. Stewart's also pitching some damage, warding away the Grenadiers, and overall some very good play by the Allied players. Do have a SWS truck coming on out. He is approaching fuel for the Shira Panzer quarters, so most likely we'll see that. It is possible to go for mechanized and perhaps get a Stukas boost or a Puma. I don't expect a Panzer II at this point in the game, so one of those two options, if he goes for mechanized. Otherwise, he's probably going to go for Sure Panzer quarters and start using a heavy flak 36, 37 millimeter pitching in. Grenadiers coming out from being resupplied reinforcement. Though it is a little bit of a blobby style, that's quite understandable because you're just getting done reinforcing. All you guys are going to be grouped together when coming out of your base. T-70 is just about ready to come on out. You have a mortar team. Only battle phase 1 so far. Neither Axis players has in fact locked in. Do have the special weapons, breakthrough, and Luftwaffe ground forces, Jaeger armor, Blitzkrieg, and elite troops. I would say the Elephant, potentially, Tiger Ace, potentially, not so much a Blitzkrieg. Over here, I would say either breakthrough or special operations, but I don't really see the other two being used. Got some Grenadiers here. They should win out for this Rifleman squad. There's just not enough members to fight the Grenadiers. We got a Flamer here burning out the squad. He's actually hitting the building, which is very good. We have some SDGs being deployed out. We do have the T-70 now moving forward, already claimed the kill. Another Flamer squad. Looks like he went both of his combat engineers with Flamers. Not bad. He could always get some QRSs for his penals if needed. Do have this Pack 40 now setting on up. Will not connect any shot. G2 could go and pitch in some shots, but we do got some, well, a Zook on this rear echelon. The other squad has a Minesweeper, no Zook. And now we do got this Pathfinder in a very good position, taking away against low health models, taking them out.
Area secured. In contact.
Got this 2d2 here, but Stuart is going to charge on in. Maybe with a, I was going to say, I like using point blank engine shot. I've done that on King Tigers before when people don't expect it, and usually results in the King Tiger going down. So it is possible for him to rush forward to gain the point blank engine shot. But with the Pack 40 here, not so much. We've got some Grenadiers here. This should win out for this Rifleman squad. Way too much fire upon them, but there is a Stuart here support. The Stuart is getting hit by the Pack 40. You have a Pack Howitzer. Very nice. I love this unit. Will help ward away against any AT guns and so on and so forth that recommend Stuart, or ward away against MG42s.
A capture point is under attack.
Looks like he may be focusing his Obisots, and they're very bunched up. Oh! Obisots and main fact still go down. Will not. Oh, it does! That is a massive loss. So he does have plenty of manpower to replace him, but he needs to reinforce all of his squads, which will consume all of his surplus manpower at the moment. MG42 now setting on up. Oh, there's something down on the ground there. It is, in fact, a demo charge.
Redouble your efforts. We are down to 200 points.
The Axis players are in a very bad foot. They need to start claiming some victory points. They're down to the last 200, and their opponent hasn't even lost 400. Hasn't even lost, they're only lost 31. Captain will be slowly warded away. The MG42 is good at clearing out garrisons against units who can't really fight back. We do have hit the dirt being utilized. Back. Oh. Yeah, that's what they call it for the guards back in the fight. Or no, this is the cancel function. They did drop a PTRS, which is actually a little bit of a blessing. It means he has one more Mosin Nagant, and those Mosin Nagants are quite effective for the guards. We got a Panzer Grenadier squad. We don't see any Panzer Strikes. He doesn't have munitions for it anyways. And still no doctrinal lock-in for the Axis players. Maybe that will help them turn around this fight. They've been on the back foot for quite some time. We do got two Mechanomorphs here. One does in fact connect. The other one's about ready to fire. This one should be loaded and knocks out the Steward. Finders inside the building. We may see a rough grenade help force him, but he doesn't really have spare munitions really for it. 100's not a whole lot, especially if you want to make usage of doctrinal assets. So Pack Howitzer will find some hits upon the MG42 team. This 2-2 is still back so alive. Very nice. You get the lag as well as the mortar for indirect fire for the Axis players, which has been doing quite a good rewarding way to position. The fighting position itself is down for quite some time. Casual charge being thrown, but won't score any kills. Heroes are still surrounded. Two squads will force it away, no problem. We do in fact have a howitzer out on the field. It is at the very back of the bay, well, very far edge. We will see some massive fire support. In fact, it is still close enough to hit the OKW player's base. Ooh, that can be nasty upon firing upon there when he's retreating. Mass retreat anyways. Howitzer's currently firing.
Supply sector under attack.
I think he's actually firing right here, but of course the inaccuracy at long range can be quite effective. Actually, his barrage is probably right here. E70 is still alive. Only has 3 kills. Hasn't gotten much done. Over here, we do got some Panzer Grenadiers upgraded with Panzer Shreks. Overall, these riflemen are doing nice flanking the MG. Panzer Grenadiers can't do much versus them, and they are down to their last 2 Panzer Grenadier models, which means they have no more STGs firing. 70 now rushing in upon the Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadier is being chased, but I don't think it's going to go down. As Faust will back connect. The rifleman squads will ward away any additional aggression. This Sheer Panzer quarter is pretty far back, but we'll cover some aggression coming towards them. Not a whole lot. The lag is only at 1 kill, was it recently? Nope, it hasn't really done all too much, I guess. It's really not that powerful of a unit, just has some pretty nice range. The Austere mortar, however, it's been raining quite a bit of death. And when I say quite a bit of death, I mean 2 kills. I just assume they're always going to do quite well, but apparently not so much this time around. The MG42 will be flanked. Ooh, something went down there. Looks like a rifleman squad. He's down to 1 rifleman squad, so it's actually quite a bit of a loss. But he's bringing in some paratroopers to replace him, so he will bring in some elite shock infantry. More of a shock infantry rather than elite. They did get an entire HBO series on them, or at least with the 101st. These guys could be from the 82nd. You have a KV-1, excellent heavy tank. Heavy to medium, medium to heavy. It's not like a heavy tank like the Tiger or the IS-2 or the King Tiger or the Pershing. It's more performance like a medium tank. It has the health and armor of a heavy. We've got an airstrike being called on in. That is a very powerful Colloider with two guys, two planes with two MGs. We'll connect with Faust. No, he falls back before he loses the squad entirely. That's probably a good idea for our Faust. He won't be able to finish off the unit. He actually could have finished off the unit. The Panzer IV is still at full health, but there's a lot of supporting units. He even has the PTRS, I believe. No, he actually upgraded that squad. This PTRS is still, in fact, on the ground. E-70. Ooh, the squad. Oops. Mouse went crazy. That squad could, in fact, go down. Looks like got a couple strafes coming in and could splash him. Infiltration grenades will go and demolish that. Oh. Never mind. For some reason that looked like a stun grenade. Oh. Get anybody? Got two models of the mortar team, looks like. Over here, nothing much is going on at the moment. We do have a Jackson here ready to engage any Axis armor that shows up in the area. Or in the vehicle, really. Paratroopers are out veterans. They do have nice heavy cover versus no cover whatsoever. But they're very low in health. They will be forced to fall back. This Pathfinder does in fact have 2 bars, which makes them very effective, very lethal. But that mortar is really being quite problematic. In fact, go down there, but nope. You got a Panther being built by the Axis player. We do actually have our 2 doctrines blocked in for the Axis players. We got special weapons as well as Jaeger armor. Nothing much going on the south side of the map. Most of the action is happening up north between the OKW player and the Soviet player. Jackson is now coming in to engage the Panzer IV. There is a Vickenwerfer here to help ward it away. Bishop Barrage coming on in, trying to displace the MG-34. Over here, the Grenadiers engaging the rear echelon, but there is that pack howitzer, which could result in win for the USF player. In fact, it does. 2 bazookas are on that squad, which will pitch in some nice damage. They picked the wrong guy. I'm trying to hit the wrong one. You got a barrage coming on in. It is major barrage? It was in fact a major barrage. Oh. Ooh. The dive bomb. Oh, here. Which will destroy the howitzer unit. That is actually quite important, eliminating that asset from the field, but it can be replaced for 400 manpower, 70 fuel, if I remember correctly. A lot of fire coming upon those Panzer Grenadiers. They were forced away quickly. He says must be in territory, so he has not replaced that one PTRS. In fact, has still been laying there on the ground this entire game. No side really wants it. PT grenade will connect, but will probably not kill off that unit. But Jackson is actually running forward to pitch it off. T-70 still alive, getting some good work now. I do got a cannon warfare as well. The Panzer IV penetrating the potential armor of the AB-1. We do got air Lorder coming on in. Will not wipe out the cannon warfare. Panzer IV still sitting nice and pretty at 18 kills. And I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Future Barrage coming on in. We move forward as forces that only will ward away MG-34. Just heard a vehicle destroyed. Was that scout car still alive? There's wreckage. That was still alive. That's still quite impressive. I wasn't really paying attention to it. It was a combat engineer. It is actually a bit problematic because that is a valuable source of repairs for the Soviet player. Now with only one less squad for that, that's a bit problematic. On the south side, we have a Sherman tank with the Jackson. The Sherman tank is on a high explosive rounds. T-70 plus KV-1 rushing on in, but KV-1 is not in the right fight. Will go down. Will we see a Faust connect? No, we will not. The Panzer Force could have took that out. Fausting it and circling around. Panther will run down the Sherman tank. Mayer was running away because the Jackson rushing forward. Ooh, Force Fire to the ground will roll a miss. This Panther will become very problematic, and my mouse has been acting strange, pointing across the map when I don't want it to. Jackson will get a nice penetrating hit there, and will get flanked by the KV-1. The KV-1's not repaired, but still has plenty of health left. We'll roll a miss there. There is an Su-85 here. Will not fire. There is a PaK-40 here to ward away any advancement, and the KV-1's pretty low in health. There will be a couple of Shreks coming on in. Oh, he was saying only notwithstanding another barrage. Oh, gets a main gun destroyed instead of going down. You have Smoke Grenadier capturing up the fuel. Do have the tickets. Still not in a very good position for the Axis players at 126. His opponent still has 437. Ooh, that was a very good shot, doing so much damage as well, taking out his model. You have this Panzer IV now trying to force fire through the ground, could potentially do some good. Ooh, frag grenade by the Rifleman squad will almost wipe out the squad, make a shot upon retreat. Will not, however. It's sort of interesting that one frag grenade, so he's really not planning to make use of the P-47 rocket straight. We do have a Grenadier squad here to capture up this point. There's a lot. Oh, those are two Jacksons, not a Sherman. The Sherman tank is way over here. Does have AP rounds equipped, but will still be very good for infantry. Panzer Warfare Barrage will roll a miss, but that will of course alert their opponents to the fact that they have a Panzer Warfare now. We got a large assault here. The guards are trying to hold the line. We could see a foul sword too. We got an air strike coming on in. A significant amount of damage to the cannon warfare. Almost will loses this other combat engineer. He has this one. He could upgrade with a flamer. He could, since he picked up that one, he can still upgrade it with a. Go to upgrade it, then pick it up. You could have a dual flamer squad, which can be quite lethal. We got this. This actually flak unit can be quite nice if the US player also pitches in with his own airstrikes, because that guy will just constantly shoot down the aircraft. Oak barrage come on in from the Sherman tank. Very nice. Very interesting teamwork at that moment. We do have another guard squad now coming on out. Would have got another combat engineer before then, and perhaps another KV-1. He already has a number of squads. He does need more infantry, I suppose. Still has a sniper out. For at 35 kills, not a huge amount. And they're now rushing forward. That KV-1 is very close to death. And Warfare is not liking that sniper squad. And Warfare is slowly picking away against the armored units. Sniper squad will roll a miss. Ooh, that rifle, that combat engineer squad, very low in health now. On the south side, we do have the airborne unit still here. They can always use suppressive fire if they need to. Rifle grenade will come through, but will roll a miss.
We're losing a capture point.
On the north side, we do have the sniper squad slowly picking away. We got these guards here hitting the ground. And we have a large amount of PTRS fire here, pitching in quite a bit of nice damage to that squad. We have a major barrage once again. Getting a direct hit in the front, and actually the major barrage will score the kill on that Panzer IV. No, it's been a while since the last seen somebody actually use major barrage, and let alone kill a tank with that. Anthem now rolling on forward. We'll score a couple hits upon the Sherman tank. Jacksons are there to board it away. Now we do got the Command Panther out as well. Satchel charge will connect, which means damaged engine. That's not exactly good. At this point, the US player really needs to start saving up his munitions for a rocket run. It would really help out versus these Panthers. As long as AA unit's still alive, they can pitch in and shoot down the aircraft. We'll blow up a mine through the fire. That was a Russian mine. Order team may go down. We do not have a rifle grenade coming forward, but he's very low in health, but the Panther will come up and gun it down. US is sending in some US players, starting to send in some more reinforcements, trying to either capture up that point, actually head for that point next. Currently, there is a double cap in favor of the Axis players, and they only have 37 points. They cannot afford to lose another ticket. We've got an M8 Scott coming on in, an unusual option. I would generally prefer another Sherman tank over a Scott. Sherman tanks do have an excellent main gun, as well as having excellent HE ground to hit infantry.
Our bunker can now accommodate an MG-42.
Their losses, but they have only a double cap in their favor. You got these airborne units starting to get hit. You will capture it up, but he needs to fall back with it now. Rifle grenade will come through, but they are behind heavy cover, so they'll resist 50% of the damage, but they sustain still a massive amount of damage. Frag grenade will come forward. Very nice choke point, forcing them to all clump up because they're heading around. it will wipe out that Pioneer squad. Taking out those Pioneer squads is, well, his only Pioneer squad, which will severely limit the repairs for the time being.
The capture point is being overrun.
The player is approaching enough munitions for another airstrike. Will he go for another KV-1 or will he go for a armor vent? He does still have this Katusha for artillery, so he doesn't really need to bring in another ML-20. Scott is being attacked, but he's ran straight into the fire of Jackson, so he's starting to blitz out of there. But there are Panzerstrikes firing point blank into the Scott and will kill it off. Jacksons are pretty wounded. Main gun destroyed on one of them. That is really not good. He needs to get in that Sherman tank, start firing upon that Panzerstrike team. In the Panther, he does have a couple bazookas to help support the engaging that Panther, but losing that Scott is a bit unfortunate because it is a good anti-infantry platform. But right now there's triple cap in favor of the Axis players. There is a bunker help ward away any advancement. You could go ahead and repair it up after you get some repairing the Panther.
Attacking one of our forward buildings.
He is actually barraging that bunker with the Pack Howitzer. Pack Howitzer does not have Veteran C2 barrages, I believe. It does have Veteran C2 barrages. Those. Plus they cost munitions. No, they don't. You got infiltration grenade assault, but that grenade comes on through, wipes out that unit. That is not very good. And the Black Half-Track is currently focused on the rifleman squad, not focusing on those aircrafts. They could get another strafe off. He's at Veteran C2, which means increased aircraft will shoot down one of the aircraft there. The Flak HQ is not in anti-aircraft mode. Axis players in a very good position. They haven't really sustained all too many losses as the Allied counterparts. The OKW player has received a number of losses actually, losing 2 Volks Grenadiers as well as that Obsolats we saw earlier. Panthers now responding to the active aggression. The US player did spawn another squad of airborne. The airborne player needs more munitions. He really is lacking a lot of munitions. His Panther's on hold fire state, not prioritize fire. A little bit of oversight there.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Suicidally trying to gain the BP is sometimes a good idea. He will not neutralize the point. Though the KV-1 has secure mode, if that Grenadier squad wasn't on the point. He's going to try and fight for double Faust, but I don't think he will get it. Full health, yeah, he will not get it. Those Grenadier squads will be forced to fall back. We've got this Obsolets in version 4. This Su-85 is very low in health. This can work for being very problematic. It's currently at Veteran C4. We got a T-34 76 not coming forward. That's an unusual option. Maybe he's worried about Popcat. I can't really say after he reinforces everything. Maybe Popcat is the problem.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
The T-34 does have better anti-infantry than the KV-1, thanks to those increased powerfulness of the MGs. Again, Wolf firing point blank is going to be very problematic. He does not have the munitions for it, Faust, which is a very big shame. The Panzer IV now rushing on in with its rear armors exposed. Will roll a miss, but did splash the KV-1 quite a bit, but will not kill it off. I would have blitzed in, kill it, go back out. Oh, it doesn't have HC1. Never mind. You got another air supporty run from the Soviet flare. Ooh, I just heard a Stuka dive bomb. Don't see any corpses on the ground, so it didn't kill anything. And it looks like the airborne units will be forced back there. We do have a still in favor of the Axis players. Ooh, but lost looks like lost last of his rear echelons, which is actually quite important because there's a lack of bazookas now to help support his army capabilities. You got this squad being loaded up with Thompsons. This is excellent CQC as well as mid-range damage. Wolf Barrage coming on in, most likely here. We'll get a couple models, but that's about it. Another airborne squad being dropped in. Looks like he's right around here. That's 3 airborne squads. He does have a huge fuel stockpile up. I would have gone for another Sherman. HE rounds can easily demolish AT guns as well as infantry formations. Captured the Kenwerfer is a bit of work, but rolled a bounce.
The enemy now has 200 points.
I just realized the Command Panther went down. I didn't see it actually go down. It was actually a bit of a shame. I wonder how that went down. Perhaps by T-34 85s. This KV-1 balancing a lot of rounds. It is very good at bouncing rounds. You don't realize it, but it is very tanky. Yeah, very good hit on the Kenwerfer. Will not wipe it out there, but will wipe out there. The Panzer IV will in fact go down. The OKW player has sustained a huge beating throughout the game, losing a number of the tanks now. Need some more AT guns, but the Kenwerfers are easily wiped. The tank will be engaging the Panther. The Panther is in much better position.
Panzer IV, ready for action.
Everyone's trying to pitch in some more damage. I wonder what dropped here. A DP. Ooh, that's a good thing to pick up. Or to reclaim. This guard squad may in fact go down. It is very low on health. It is being focused down. Being body blocked a little bit, but will not actually go down. Panzer IV Barrage will come on in, which will wipe out that mortar team. Infiltration grenade will come on in onto the guards, doing quite a bit of damage, but will be forcing them back. Will Jackson's here is very powerful, but it sounds like the Panther will fall back to his blitz. We do have another air superiority run on Mouse. The air superiority run coming on in. Sherman takes very low in health and getting body blocked by his own teammate, buddy. Needs to secure up that point. He does have some Thompsons here, but there is a bunker, but he can't skirt around that. As Warfare Barrage comes on in, will not wipe out the captain. One of these airborne squads could run up and place on a timed demo charge. Risky, but potential. Soviet armor has been on its last legs for a very long time. It needs more combat engineers. Let's say 2 would be good for the amount of armor he has. Close range ship barrage will not wipe out that MGT. We'll ward it away. Over here, the Panther is once again engaging the Sherman tank. Texans do have quite a bit of health, so we can engage with those. Rammed flak half track, and that looked like a team kill actually. Or at least killed, yeah. That Panzer IV definitely killed the flak half track. But the T-34 will in fact get abandoned, and that OKW player really does need all the aid he can get. He's lost a significant amount, but so has a Soviet player. If he can reclaim that T-34, that can be great. Looks like the T-34 will in fact be destroyed. We got the secure mode by the KV-1, very nice. Only the tickets are in slightly now in favor of the Allies, but they're currently counting down. A double cap will even out, but soon will be only be a single cap. I would have captured it by now. There it goes. You got the tactical assault, which will annihilate most units at close range, but does leave them exposed to being killed at close, medium, and long range. Zorf Barrage will come on in, but will roll a large miss, making a little bit of damage to the squad. This is a headlong assault for both sides, trying to clean the center VP. We got some guards coming in to reinforce as well. Over here, we do got the MG-34 trying to ward away these units. The KV-1 needs to get over and start pushing him back. Jackson's now here on the front line, trying to hit this. We'll get a couple of nice hits onto the Panther. And now focusing the bunker. We'll take out the bunker. Okay, another nice penetrator to get onto the Panther. There is a dropped bar out on the ground. There goes that guards. I was gonna say if those guards, the one with the dropped PTRS, could pick that up in a substantial amount of firing points. The tickets counting once again in favor of the Axis players. Soon will be even at 33-33. The Austrian mortar is now a veteran C3 at 29 kills. Did you see that Soviet sniper go down? I don't know where, but it did go down. Ooh, that Jackson is not in the right side of town. We'll lose quite a bit of health. Do got another air run coming in. Now this is a P-40. Nope. Oh, I was mistaken. Another Soviet air run, which will go ahead and wipe out that Vickenwerfer. At first thought it was going to be a P-47 run, but it is not. MG-42 or 34 is actually holding the line. Will receive a frag grenade as well as point-blank flamers. Will be forced back now. Only the Allied tickets are down to 15. This point will not be secured up just yet, and there could be some more runs to the area. Jackson's Su-85 can come in and engage that Panzer IV little fear of reprisal. There is a dropped bar that's from the Grenadier squad. The T-34-76, the Panthers rushing forward, trying to ward away any armor. There was a snare came on in, which it will damage the engine. You got a cap in favor of the of the Axis players for a brief more moment. Is that just a single cap? Down to the last 3 tickets. He did just need to stall both captures. 2 tickets left. 1 ticket left. This point will not be captured. This point was captured. Means it will stall out for the moment, but the Axis players gain this capture, that is game over. The next instant that the Axis players gain a double cap, they will win. Which they can achieve by either capturing this point or decapturing this one. Stuka Dive Bomb can decapture a point. If he were to say had enough conditions to Stuka Dive Bomb that point, they would win. That's all they need to do is decapture or capture a point for a brief moment. The allies are actually trying to secure up that point. Obsassin's going to capture up this point. Munitions are nowhere near for a Stuka Dive Bomb, so that's not an option anymore. As long as this point gets decaptured, there's nothing contesting it, so this looks like the end of the game. Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.